Guys, as you see, I'm so busy. Now I'm going to fry our ingredients for our luwombo. I'm having here tomatoes, some onions, green pepper and carrot, and here it's Raiko, and this is our salt. Those are the only ingredients we are going to use in our luwombo. But before we tie the luwombo, we have to first fry the ingredients with a minimum like small vegetable oil. It shouldn't be too much, just for frying ingredients.
Really love using this curry powder because it's made out of natural ingredients and it's having that tasty aroma and it somehow thickens your sauce. So I first put it in water. I don't know how others use it because there are different ways of using it. Then I add it in our ingredients. And I think our ingredients are ready. Let's go and start making our luwombo. So here I had to first cut our chicken, local bird, because it has to be like small pieces so that it cannot penetrate through the banana leaf, our luwombo, which you saw in our earlier video when I'm roasting on Christmas Eve. So I have to cut every single piece here into like portable pieces that can fit in my luwombo, as you'll be seeing. Then after cutting, you'll see that I have to wash my sauce. For those who are new here, I'm sorry I had forgotten to introduce myself. I'm African Bebina, the girl from the Pearl of Africa. Please do consider subscribing, and to my returning subscribers and viewers, I really appreciate you so much. Thank you for taking your precious time watching your African Bebina. So it's time to tie our luwombo. Remember when we tied our luwombo for matoke, we are going to have a banana fiber still. Then the difference is like you get young banana leaves and you first roast them. I wish you saw like this similar procedure on Christmas Eve when I'm trying to roast a chicken. I had to first roast the luwombos. You can watch Christmas Eve to see how I made these luwombo leaves to look like. So after you put your banana leaf one dry, it's luwombo because it's smoked. That's where the name luwombo comes from. Then you have to assemble like 3 or 4, like depending on the size of your luwombo. You put one underneath the other banana leaf so that our soup doesn't pour. Like you have to really assemble these banana leaves so well. Remember, we are going to cook sauce in a banana leaf. Have you ever seen it anywhere? Anyway, this is Africa and we basically cook organic food. So you just watch as you learn something. You can try it out on during your free time when you want something natural and organic. And I tell you, the food, the sauce that comes from this luwombo, it's always super sweet and soft. You really never regret the time you spent on preparing your luwombo. So you have to assemble your banana leaves as you see I'm doing, guys. Because we're having a bigger luwombo, we need to farm our luwombo so that nothing can pour, and it has to be cooked very well. After, you have to start assembling your sauce, our bird, very well. Then you pour, like the first stage, you pour there some sauce, the one we have prepared in our ingredients. You make sure that you mix very well. Then you keep on like repeating the same procedure until like you feel you have assembled your sauce very well. here I had to break that one can penetrate into our banana luwombo. You have to be like very keen, so that you get the best luwombo. But those who are experts can really do it without being keen, but me, I'm not that expert, so I had to be keen on my luwombo. This is how far we have come with our luwombo, my besties. By the way, you can cook multiple luwombos, but me, I wanted to cook one big luwombo, and you can add in water if you want. Like if you feel like the ingredients you made doesn't have that soup you need, you can decide to add in, and make sure there is enough salt after you first cover it with another kawuo, like smoked kawuo. It's also a small luwombo. You add on, you first cover your luwombo before we tie it, just as you see, man. You can follow this video and I'm sure that you can also cook the best luwombo out of this video. Then after, you handle your banana leaves so well so that they don't break. Remember, the reason why we smoked it earlier, we are avoiding having cracks in our banana leaf, and we want our sauce to really be firm. Now this is the final stage of tying our luwombo. You get a banana leaf and you tie on top so that soup doesn't pour, and like our sauce is intact in the banana, in the banana leaf, our luwombo. And guys, you are seeing the use of these African baskets. That's the reason why every family has to own one, because we use it for preparing, like in the process of preparing our food and even serving. As you see, the reason why we placed that banana fiber down, I wonder why there is a banana fiber on the bottom of our luwombo. It's still the same reason, to intact our luwombo, like it has to be firm in one place. That's the reason why you are seeing all those banana fibers and the tyings.
Our sauce is here all, so we are going to the next process. I think it's really firm, nothing can pour. We are cooking it, we are cooking our sauce in our banana fiber. This is how we do it locally, so just stay tuned in until you see the result, how our sauce is going to turn out. Remember, we are cooking our local bird and in a luwombo in a traditional way. So let's proceed.
After we use the same procedure like the one we used when we are tying our luwombo of matoke. On just my previous video, I was tying matoke in a luwombo way. So this is our sauce in a luwombo way too. And after, we are going to start like covering it. This one needs a bigger saucepan because we don't want anything pressing it. Remember, this is sauce, okay? So we had to like give it enough space so that it can cook well and get ready in a natural African way. Guys, I believe some of you have never eaten this luwombo, but I wish that you can try it out. You yearn for it like oftenly, because I know it's so tasty and it's organically cooked. And this is it. We are going to start preparing our luwombo, but then the other luwombo of matoke, it's ready, and now we are going to press. But we are going to first put this luwombo of sauce on fire so that it can also continue burning like cooking as we proceed, and I really want to engage you in each and every step. I want you to see how we do it, how we prepare our meals in Africa. Now, before you press matoke in a luwombo, you have to arrange where you are going to press it from. You get, mostly we need those yellowish banana leaves. And do you remember our G nuts? Those are our G nuts. In my previous video, you really saw me when I'm packaging this food. And I told you that stay tuned in for the next part, because the other video was getting longer, and it disturbs me when uploading when it's longer. So this is part 2, guys. I want to assure you, this is part 2. You haven't missed out anything. Me, your African Devin, I have to show you each and every step. Now there, you have to press those banana leaves helps in pressing your food, like you press using hands, and the food is basically hot, and you have to make sure that the food, our matoke, it's well pressed in a traditional. You are seeing that we are still using the other basket. You are now seeing the importances of baskets, guys. You should get for yourself one if you really love African food, because it has a lot of values. As now we are pressing matoke in our basket, and let's check if they are really well pressed. That's how they press. The banana leaves are a bit hot, but you can manage pressing. Now let's see if our matoke have pressed very well. Those are our wuwo, those to remember, wuwo. Those are small banana leaves, the one we cut when we are packaging our luwombo of matoke in my previous video. Those haven't yet watched that video, please, you are missing out. You should go and try watching it, then you come and see this one, because this is a continuation of the previous video. You see how our matoke is looking like, guys. It's super soft, but we need to press it a little more bit, then we package it for steaming. Okuwobeza, that's how they call steaming in our language. So just to ensure that no finger is remaining in our matoke, like it's all well pressed. And after, we are going to start arranging where we are going to steam our matoke from. You see the banana fibers are still there, and the banana leaf. So we are going to transfer our luwombo to there. As you can see, this is matoke. You add your luwombo. Don't forget those small banana leaves, the one we saw when we are putting on, when we are packaging our food, for reason like to keep our food warm, and when we are when we are going to start eating, it's going to be of importance, which you will see. So you have to package it very well, and after you tie with your banana fiber, the used one, you shouldn't get any new banana leaves or fiber. You just have to reuse what you have used before, and after you tie it so well, then you are going to add in some water, and maybe other water, and if you see that it's like the cut-offs of leaves are little, you add in, because we don't want our food to sit on water. We just need it just to be steamed, but not sitting on water. You can even add in other banana leaves, the used ones, so that you really make your food not to settle on water, but to settle on those banana leaves. After you put in your luwombo, that's our pressed and steamed matoke. We are re-steaming it as our sauce gets ready. Remember, our sauce is also getting ready. I mean the luwombo one. So I had to check on my G nuts. Remember, we had pressed G nuts in our box and never placed salt. This is where you put in salt, and after you stir so that the salt can mix so very well, and then you cover it for the next procedure. Then you have to package your food very well with the old banana leaves, and these ones you just have to to make sure that this food is going to get enough warmth. You can opt to add in another extra banana leaves, just as you see. I don't know how that is called, but you have to make sure that your food is well packaged with banana leaves. Thank God we don't buy banana leaves. Otherwise, I know in some areas banana leaves are expensive, but for us, God blessed us with banana plantation, so we just have to harvest in our own garden, and then we make good use of it, of course. Then this is how our food has turned into after packaging, and I can assure you that it's ready for re-steaming after a while. Now we are going to start cooking the second time, but this time it shouldn't be with too much heat. We just want kuobeza. I don't know how it's called, but just kuobeza. So let's go and put. Guys, don't think that okuwobeza is anything big deal. Okuwobeza, it's in our language, but it's re-steaming food. So putting our food on our cooking stone for it to get enough fire as it's re-steaming, and our sauce, the other bigger saucepan is the one for our sauce of luwombo. So you add in enough firewood, and you make sure that your food is really getting enough heat. For those who are asking about the measurements of this food, like water, you just have to put enough, because even this matoke, you may find that you have boiled and water is done. You just have to get put a mingling stick on the sides, then you add in cups of water, but they shouldn't exceed 2. And when you feel like it's not yet ready for all removing and you want to keep it on fire, but water it's done, you have to add in. Make sure that the water you are putting in does not enter the food. That is the only logic, but because we are having different measurements and the amounts of foods like we are cooking differ, so what I can emphasize is that make sure that there is fire in your food. Then our food is finally ready, my besties. It's time for eating. Time for eating. Tell your friend to tell a friend that African Bevina's food is ready. So, but it has been a while, like almost 1.5 hours since we started re-steaming this food. So let's just have to start serving our meal. This food is super hot, so you need water. Don't think that I'm handling water just for fun, but it's super ready. Then that is our basket. You have to put in one of the banana leaf where we are going to place food from. This is an official way of how we serve food in Africa, guys. I believe that this is the way we have packaged our food earlier. That box is for G-nuts. You can put in anything, but today it's having G-nuts. You can steam there, even rice, steamed rice. I believe one of my videos is having steamed rice in that exactly box, but today there is dinner. Guys, here in Africa, like in my village, when you are cooking luwombo, there has to be some dinners for old people, and of course I like eating dinners a lot. I don't know why, maybe it's just in blood, but they are super sweet on matoke. So, and even sweet potatoes. Yes, so this is our luwombo. You carry it on the banana fiber. That is the reason why we put their banana fiber for farming and carrying. And after the use of banana fiber is done, so you have to remove your food. And remember, this food is basically eaten when it's warm or hot, so you have to cover with another banana leaf so that it can remain somehow hot when you are serving it. It's served hot with my basket. A traditional woman. Am I a woman? No, a traditional girl. So
Guys, this is going to work as our table mat, our traditional table mat got pot. So we are using this one now.
guys, kneeling when you're serving food is not worshipping food. Got me right. This is our culture. Like for us, we do respect food, but we don't worship it. Okay. So this is our luwombo of sauce. Our local body, here. Even have had taken long without eating this traditional bird because we take our bird so dear to us. We don't even feel like cutting any bird. So, but today it was just we wanted to eat something. I even had to plead with my family that please let's cook some luwombo of chicken. And after for a long time my mama had to allow, so that she departs away with one of her bird so that we can have some meat. But it's like we are so attached to our birds to an extent that we don't want to eat any. Isn't that mean? Anyway, those who do farm know the bonds, like bonding between the farmer and his or her crops, or the animals or the birds they are having at home. Like we consider them as families too, although we eat them sometimes. So this is our luwombo. Guys, I feel the aroma in the space even before opening it. But we are going to serve it in our basket. This basket really is so darling. Like we use it for preparing, for serving our food. Because when you just put this luwombo on the flat thing, it can pour. Remember, it's having soup and it's sauce. So it has to have somewhere that is carved for it to settle very well, and that is where we are going to serve from our luwombo of sauce. So I have to untie it, but it's so hard untying it because the banana fibers are so intact. But anyway, we have to eat it. By all means, I'm so hungry by now. I wasn't hungry, but then the aroma just triggered my hunger. So I'm very hungry and I really want to eat this luwombo. Surprise! African Bevina has cooked. You are most welcome. If you have never tasted luwombo, guys, I want to tell you that you are truly missing out on something so sweet, something so organic. Look how it looks like. This bird really was so like having a lot of natural fats, and it has really turned out to be the best. Now this is our wuwo. Those who remember our wuwo when I'm cutting from the beginning, just see the last use of those small banana leaves like we add on to our food. So you get one, and other people, my families are also going to get some when you are eating, because we eat on that mat, like we surround, then we eat food from there. We don't serve it in plates. We eat it on that luwombo like that. The whole family are going to gather around, then we start eating. So this luwombo or small banana, it's used for cutting food. You cut food, the one you are going to eat, you put it aside. Remember, it's super hot, but then when you cut it, by the time you finish what you are eating, it's somehow cold. And the main luwombo, like you have to cover it because it has to keep hot. That is the use. Then these are our G nuts in that box. But let me first serve my luwombo. I have overeaten G nuts. Let me first serve my luwombo of sauce, guys. This luwombo is so having a lot of aroma. I'm just salivating. That to give I serve myself a bigger piece of meat. Of course, I'm the one who prepared it, so I need to eat a bigger piece. And after, I'll add myself. Dear Jita, thank you for this food. Guys, I'm lost of words. I'm lost of words. This food is so super tasty. This food is so super delicious. This food is so wow. I love it. Guys, this local bird is one of the sweetest birds I have ever seen, have ever eaten so far this year. This whole year is going to end, but I hadn't yet eaten this bird, like super sweet bird like this one. I think we should eat luwombo often, or daily, because this bird is so sweet, guys. It's not that so soft like these other birds, but the meat is so sweet, it's so tender, it's so right on point. It's having that sweet natural aroma. I always feel like I should eat these things always. Guys, let me just continue with my food. Thank you for loving me, thank you for supporting me, thank you for watching this video until the end. Let me just leave my family to also enjoy this meal. Guys, in my community, this gizzard is eaten by the head of the family member at home. I don't know why, but I love you guys. African baby, now see you soon.